Of course, as always, welcome back to Indian Trades. It's a good way to start it on moving day. Some of you know what moving day already is for me. I got to move things around, transition them as the weeks go by. This, what you're looking at on moving day, is a result of about 6 weeks. If I can keep my focus going and busy household, maybe I'll get interrupted and I'll have to try it again in a different way. We're going to take a look at these. Some of these are pretty recent, as you can see. But some, I guarantee you're not even going to remember. So we're going to go around this because there's some really great artifacts. Like that quartz on the left, found yesterday. And the other one I found on the right, I must have found 5 weeks ago. So we're going to check all this stuff out, some great stuff. And some things that I saw about this piece that I found yesterday are unbelievable. That's a really incredible piece. Wait till you see that. Now today, it was about freezing. So let me just get myself caught up here. I only found these 3 pieces before I had to take off, and some bird hunters came out in the field, around the edges of the field, that is. But big marl mountains, materials, a little something they were either working on or discarded, quartz drill piece right there, great stuff. Again, I appreciate all the great comments, great thoughts, tuning into Indian Trace. I read them all. I will look to respond to them all if I can handle the load, you know what I mean? And what you're looking at, and look at this smoker. Of course, I found this today, and it's live on the video before. Just amazes me. What you're looking at here, of course, predominantly, is a bunch of rhyolite and a bunch of quartz on moving day. This one you saw in the field, but I'll just give you a good clean look at it here. To me, you know, I get more and more thankful because I realize how rare certain finds are, and, you know, it just doesn't happen every day. When conditions are perfect, there's a lot around here, of course, as always, as usual. But that's just a good look at the material and the few pieces I found today when it was 27 degrees and freezing outside. Good look at it. But what you're looking at here on moving day is quartz and rhyolite, predominantly. Different types of quartz, rhyolite, as we go around here and we chat about it. But moving day, explained, is very simple. Some of this stuff is going to move into the hands and home of another person. That's fine with me. Because for many different reasons, like I find so many marl mountains, like this little guy here, great point, that I am afforded the opportunity to give them away. As many of you know. But there's many that keep subscribing and tuning in, which is just fantastic. It's fine with me. But to explain it, some of these I won't keep. Simple as that. Some I definitely will keep. Many times I'll tell you, like, I could just tell you, I'm definitely going to keep this, at least for a while, till I give it on or move it on to my sons. It's a favorite piece, favorite style. I think around here they might call it Rowan or what have you. Just a fantastic piece. Worth recognition. Since it was on the video before, I won't take too much time with that. Just a good look at something that hasn't been seen in thousands of years, right? Moving day. Let's go right around the circle and check it all out and just touch base with it. Some of these, like this little guy, take these middle guys out. I just found this yesterday at a new site that I call Touchpoint. What other pieces did I find at Touchpoint? Well, I found this guy as well. 2 keepers yesterday. This is a nice piece of quartz. I'm going to try not to touch them a whole lot today, just to work on my time and see if I can get close enough with camera to just really make a use of the light here. Just some great looking stuff. Nice point, right? So I call that place Touchpoint because I know it's got huge potential. Huge potential. And oh, I found this one there yesterday too. This is an incredible piece. I told you I was going to mention it. This is a scraper. Sure as you live. I can see they worked. If I can get my focus, make sure it's working. My mercy. Check this out. Sugar quartz. Very resilient material. Beveled off the edge on there. It's a perfect place for your thumb right here. Or if you turn it over, perfect place to hold it here. They didn't work any of it down on this end, but it is completely all work right off of here. I don't know if I could show you good enough. It's a fantastic scraper. Just love those tools, and I know they must have cleaned a lot of hides with that. Such an important thing to do. Love that scraper. Found a touch point. So we move around. This is early. This is probably about 5-6 weeks ago. Great looking point with the long bases. Found it interesting enough at the same place as I found this one in the plateau with the long base. I mean, good stuff, right? Another reason why I call it moving day is because this stuff is going to move on to my display box, some of it. Actually, this piece is not broken. It's rounded off on the front. Don't know if my focus is working again, but it's a good look at it. This is an interesting piece. Love that, don't you? Look at the bevel on it. Then, found this as well yesterday. So that's why, I named it Touch Point. It's just really a special day when you're able to add another site onto your roster that you're sure about. And forever you will go back to that spot and check it out and find stuff. It will never change. Never change. Especially when these places are out in the wilderness and woods. That's a nice piece of rhyolite right there. Now, as I get going, I do want to make this political interest point. Wow. Wow, you got to check out the link because it's a fantastic follow-up to the video before this. And if you haven't checked it out, when the link I put on with this live find was a link to just an incredible discussion and explanatory, if that's a word, to explain things. Putin was explaining the formation of ISIS, let alone Al-Qaeda, and how Al-Qaeda transitioned to ISIS and how they, have maintained or gotten their strength, if you could call it that. Now, no doubt, I don't have any doubt in my mind, they're not hard. If we focus and we have allies, we can completely destroy the terrorist cells. We can completely destroy their ability and their power. Sure, people are going to be hurt and that sort of thing. But this political link here today, now we saw this. Look at this little Guilford on moving day. The one that's attached to this is a Representative Tulsi Gabbard. She is a Democrat from Hawaii, a representative, and her comments, I absolutely love stable, intelligent minds when it comes to politics that look things over, that look at the truth and call it like it is. Doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter to me. Look at this stuff. This is a nice piece. We saw this piece, which is a favorite. It has the discoloration on the back side of that rhyolite. Really great looking point. Look at this, Guilford. Found that this past week. So anyway, she is on there making some great arguments about her trip and some of the things she's been studying and learning about her meeting with Assad in Syria and what's going on over there. That's a great Guilford, isn't it? Then another great Guilford jumps up out of the cove this week. I don't know if the focus is working when it's this close. Nice points in this light. Here's one from Backside Cove. Back in and out with these thoughts, right? Anyway, Representative Gabbard met with Assad in Syria and just was able to tour around there and able to talk to people on the street. See, that's where the best information comes from. And after she learned everything she needs to learn, she came back and absolutely introduced a bill to change things. Met with Trump and just worth seeing. So with this video here, I put a link, definitely worth seeing. You got to hear her. What a beautiful mind and a beautiful way to put things. Like I said, I love stable, intelligent minds that will seek out the truth no matter what side they're on. And she happens to be a Democrat representative, which is fine. Which is fine. People just need to be real, Look at this big piece I found here. Back pass. That was live. Again, there's that scraper. If I can give you a real close-up look at that scraper. See the edges? Used, scraped. All along, just smoothed off. Really great stuff. Here's a piece I found at the plateau probably 6 weeks ago. Just turned out to be a fantastic piece. I can't say enough about that report that Rob Dew, I think that's his name, has put up with her and with her comments with Tulsi's comments. You just got to check it out. What a beautiful soul. It's good to see people really working to help people in the world, let alone this nation. Good view of this on moving day. Look at all these pieces. They're going to be either moved into my display box, and I know which ones of these I will not keep. Which ones are going to find another home. Now here's one I will keep. Unique, perfect, G10 serrated point. As I finish up here. I mean craziness, right? You saw this live. This is just another look with perfect light today. Moving day. These are going to move out of a certain bin I have, which I put things in through the weeks, and when it gets too full, I take a picture like this so I can document it all in my files, my digital files, for posterity. But all in all, I really appreciate everybody tuning in to Indian Trace. And listen, appreciate everything. Any of the comments you want to make, any discussions you want to have, just put it out there, and I'd be happy to. So as I do a slow flyover, working on my focus the best I can. Some of you guys don't find a lot of quartz here. I mean, this is all I have. I have rhyolites and quartz, and I'm not complaining. Don't have the other flints. And as you've seen at Indian Trace, I just go out and do the best I can, which turns out to be really nice. So all in all, like always, hope you find out there. And right there, that's a good look at it from a different angle. That's Indian Trace. I don't know the best angle to quit. Probably with an Indian, right? Or maybe a couple nice Guilfords. See, I'm not going to quit, am I? Nope. Never give up. Never give in. Everybody be well out there. Be safe.